few weeks ago I uploaded a video called Why Bad Photographers Think They're Good, and this video is like a little addendum to that, a little postscript. It kind of follows along the same theme. But before I get into the main theme of this video, I've got a couple of things I want to address. So first off, an apology is in order, because in my Bad Photographers video I told you to seek critique of your portfolio from other photographers, and a lot of you chose to email me with your portfolio to see what I could feed back on, which I'm really flattered about. But that video is currently sitting at about 1 million views, and only a small percentage of you who watched it emailed me. But a small percentage of 1 million is still quite a lot of emails, and so I am struggling to get through them all. I don't really have much time, and it's possible I might not get back to you at all, and if I don't, then I would really like to, and I'm really sorry. But please don't let that put you off contacting me, because I do love hearing from you. But secondly, I wanted to address a comment that kept popping up in the comments section, and this was that photography is art, and art is subjective. There is no such thing as good and bad art, it's all down to what the viewer thinks about it. I don't think this is right at all. I think that your reaction to art can be subjective, and that's absolutely fine. You can like and dislike whatever you want, but I do think there's an objective truth between what's good and what's bad. I do think that Michelangelo's painting of the Sistine Chapel ceiling is better than the picture of the cat I painted for my GCSE art. Ansel Adams' landscapes are objectively better than the beach selfies my friend took while on holiday in Greece. If art was a purely subjective pursuit, then institutions like the one I'm headed to now wouldn't be able to exist. So I'm currently in Hyde Park. I'm just walking down to Kensington, just down here. So this behind me here is my old college. I went here in 2003, studied for an MA in Communication Art and Design. One of the reasons I applied to the Royal College of Art was because it has such an impressive list of alumni. People such as Tracy Emin, David Hockney, Barbara Hepworth, James Dyson, Henry Moore, Bridget Riley, Peter Blake, Chris Ofili, Quentin Blake, and even other successful people that have been successful in other fields such as Ian Dury and Alan Rickman. Ridley Scott was another Communication Art and Design graduate. A lot of very talented people go here. Or do they? Because are they really talented? From desirable companies advertising for talented individuals to join their team, to sitting down and watching Britain's Got Talent on a Saturday night, the concept of talent is firmly ingrained in our culture. And we always watch in awe as we see people with these great gifts achieve these amazing things, and we wish we could do what they do if only we were that talented. But what if those people we idolise weren't actually any more talented than us? What if we were just as talented as them? I think an interesting person to look at here is Cartier-Bresson, because Cartier-Bresson is generally described as the most talented street photographer we've ever had. But he's famously quoted as saying, "Your first 10,000 photographs are your worst." And those don't seem like the words of someone who was born with a natural talent, but rather someone that has dedicated thousands and thousands of hours to mastering a discipline. In 2007, a study was initiated by Dr. Anders Ericsson on violinists at Berlin's Academy of Music. Now, they looked at practice times, and all the students had started practicing around the age of 5, and they practiced consistently up until about the age of 8, when their practice times started to differentiate. So at the age of 20, they assessed them all, and the ones who'd done 10,000 hours of practice in their life were elite players. They were, what you would describe as very talented. The ones who'd done about 8,000 hours were good players, and the ones that had done sort of 4,000 and 6,000 hours were on the verge of struggling. The same test was then repeated with piano players, and the results were much the same. More and more study has been done into this area, and the general scientific consensus is now that there's actually no such thing as natural talent. Just hard work and dedication, and making sure that your efforts are focused on the right areas. Basically, intelligence and skill are things we aren't born with, but things we develop through practice. And this is true across the board, apart from a few athletic examples where something like height may be an advantage, but that's not what we're talking about here. So what does this mean? Well, it means two very positive things. Firstly, it means that you can achieve the same level of skill that all those people you idolise can achieve. All those musicians, all those photographers, artists, filmmakers, you can be as good as them. And secondly, it means that anything you've already achieved is not through any innate talent you have, but through your own hard work and dedication. So, well done you. So when you're learning something, don't ever give up because you don't think you're talented enough, because we now know that's not how ability works. And embrace mistakes, because mistakes are you discovering gaps in your knowledge that you need to overcome, and you need to find the right resources in order to help you overcome those. Traditionally that would have been teachers and lecturers and libraries, but these days we have the internet, we have YouTube, we have the greatest resource that humanity has ever had at our fingertips. We have it on the phones in our pockets. So as I said in the Bad Photographers video, just keep learning, keep pushing yourself, because you'll be amazed at what you can achieve. Stop worrying about what you can't do and just do it.